Hello, here is my final video. Coming into this course, I was so nervous. I didn't know how I was going to do this class because public speaking has seriously been my biggest fear since I started school. I've always struggled with it. I've always been scared of it. But I do think that in the beginning, although I was so nervous, with each speech it did get better and better, and I wouldn't be as nervous anymore. And I think in the beginning I struggled with filler words, not making good eye contact, reading off my paper, and being so nervous that I'd maybe sway a little bit. But I think towards the end I definitely use less filler words and I make more eye contact and try to engage with my audience more and just finish it and be positive and take deep breaths if I'm getting nervous. Some concepts that I think will be useful not only for school but in a professional career in my future is I really learned how to work on communication. I am a comm major, and as you know, the stereotypes of being a comm major, oh, whatever, communicating is so easy, but in reality it really isn't. And I have so many friends who are scared to even call and make an appointment or a reservation or just even talk to people in face to face. And for me, that's never been an issue, but what public speaking has, I've always been scared of that. But I think this class just really made me realize little tips along the way of how to be able to persuade and convince and inform, and how delivering a speech is a transfer of energy and being vulnerable and really trying to engage with your audience. And so I think even though communicating seems basic, it's something everyone can work on. The speech assignment that was most interesting and useful for me was the one that I did. It was informative and it was on sexual assault. And I know everyone knows about it, but I found it useful because I wanted to tell everyone hey, I know you guys all know what this is, but here is how you can be a bystander and take action. And I just really wanted to get that across to my peers and so that they could possibly make a difference or intervene when this horrible situation is happening to someone. Some challenges I faced during the semester, I kind of already mentioned them, but overall, really just my anxiety. I mean, I would literally wake up in the middle of the night the day before a speech, and I know it sounds so dramatic and dumb, but I just have really bad anxiety and get tripped up on really little things, and I was so nervous, so I would wake up freaking out. But then once I get up there, I get over with, it's a weight was lifted. And thank you, Carrie, for always pushing us and telling us that we'll get through it. It's just 5 minutes of our life. I see myself applying public speaking in the future every day. I mean, just talking to people and being able to just be open and really any situation. I mean, for a job, I think it's so important to be able to communicate, and I think, as I said, everyone can work on it. So I feel that's really important and will be very useful when trying to find a job. A lot of my weaknesses, as I mentioned, were shaking, kind of. My face would get red, very little eye contact, using filler words, but towards the end I definitely feel more confident, and I think this class was awesome. And thank you, Carrie. You've been so fun and so supportive, and an awesome teacher, but honestly a friend too. I mean, it's been a super fun semester, and I love how real you are, and you're really supportive too, so thank you. And before, I would tell you that public speaking should not be a requirement, but I will say after taking this course, I've learned so much, not only about public speaking, but myself. And I definitely think it should be a requirement, because when I tell people I'm in public speaking, they always say, ew, like, I could never do that. And I always tell them, well, you never know until you try, because I said that I couldn't do it either, but here I am. And I think it was good because it was challenging for me and it was me facing my fears, but I think it should be a requirement because everyone can work on delivering speeches, and I think a lot of people fear that, and so I think it'd be really good if people could work on that. But thank you so much for an awesome semester. I've learned so much about myself and public speaking, and you've really helped me and pushed me, so thank you.